it's recording now.
Now I don't see you, but now I do. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I am legally obligated to tell you I am recording now. You have been informed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got some questions from the girls coming to the retreat. So I would have flown you out, but I know you'll be in Africa. So this will have to do next time.
Next time.
Okay. There's a lot of questions. There's like 20. So we'll go semi-quick.
Okay.
All right. Lily is asking, Lily is American. Since there are a lot of travel-focused content creators out there, how do you make yourself stand out against other travel videos? What do you do differently? What worked for you? What didn't? It's a big one to start with.
Yeah, that's the ultimate question. Hi, Lily. Thank you for your question. So yeah, there's a lot of people that do what I do, I guess, in travel video making. So there's definitely ways to stand out. So I guess I was born with having red hair, and I didn't realize that like came to my advantage, but it did come to my advantage. So that's one thing. No, but things that I can control. I'm going to every country in the world. That's only been done by 120 people. So that's one thing that when people see my name, they're like, oh, that's the guy going to every country. So there's certain things that you can do to like trigger. I'm wearing shirts. I know Nas wears shirts. A lot of, it's a cool thing just to brand yourself, I guess. And I don't even sell them. I did one campaign, but it's just like whenever people see this shirt, I'm in the video, and it's just something that sticks in their brain. So it's just like always finding ways to stand out. And lastly, be unique to yourself and post things that you want to post about. Like, I love travel. I'm addicted to like meeting people and finding new culture. So that's what I do. If you really love dogs, I know Alyne loves dogs. If you really love dogs, then just make videos about dogs. It doesn't have to be like crazy travel stories, and you'll eventually find your voice, and people will start to follow you because of your passionate content. So that's probably my best advice.
Perfect. Okay. How do you plan the content for each video?
Some of them so I'm going to Africa in a couple weeks for 3 months, and I have on my notepad here like very brief notes, but usually the stories come the day of or the day before. But in Africa, I try to plan a little bit in advance because logistically it's a nightmare to get around. I'm not going to have much Wi-Fi, so I can't like always be Googling the stories. So I have an idea. I basically have like, here are potential videos, and then once I get on the ground, I figure out which one is like the best one to make. And sometimes I'll just meet someone on the road and be like, damn, you're really inspiring. Can I make a video about you? So yeah, combination.
Okay. I have a question from myself. Can you generally predict which of your videos will do well?
Yes. Yeah. Just because I've made like 600 of them. Yeah, really inspiring people. Usually like the world's best, like extremes. I think you would agree completely, and I think Nas would agree completely. Also, anytime I do something about budgeting for whatever reason, like if I put in the title, I do these like $10 videos or $100 like challenges. Challenges are good.
Do you do $100 ones? Wait, Drew, I have to tell you.
I've done like 8 of them.
I have to tell you something.
What?
Facebook asked me to do a show, and it is literally, I mean, I know this is all over YouTube and stuff. It's the $100 in each country. So I have to do that
for 2 years.
Yeah, I know you do the $10. I've seen your $10 ones. I've never seen $100 ones, but I've seen $10 ones, and I've seen a lot on YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, I don't do money stuff. So now I have to go make 8 episodes in 8 countries.
But the show is not for your thing. It's for them. I don't get it.
It's via Facebook, but it's on Dear Alyne. But I'm gonna do it differently because to me, like my channel's more about like social issues, you know. Right. So it doesn't make sense for me to do $100 in a certain country and only spend money because it's very capitalist, which is kind of against my values. Yeah. So the way I'm gonna do it is take the $100 in each country, and like one country I'll use the $100 like at an NGO, and one country I'll use the $100, to do like one activity as opposed to like what most YouTubers I've seen do is like the food, hotel, transportation.
Right, that's what I do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do like, medical tourism. One episode will be medical.
That's cool.
What can I do?
Wait, I know this is like side note and off, but I don't understand how Facebook, like they invited you to make the show, but it's on your channel. So like, how does that? I don't get it.
So they pay me to make a show, but they get to decide what the content is. But I'm the distributor. So I put it on Dear Alyne, for example. Does that make sense?
So like they're paying you to make episodes that you would make anyways.
No, because I would never make an 8-episode series about one topic in Asia because they want more
Okay.
Asia-centered.
And are they gonna like push it on their end? Like they're gonna make it reach people or no?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the point is that I are supposed to have the reach. That's why they pay me to.
Got it.
My guess is if 1 or 2 of the episodes is already doing well on its own, maybe they'll push it, but generally the algorithm already pushes things that are doing well without. That's not part of the deal, is that they're going to push it or anything.
Speaking of algorithms, we should talk about that in this chat.
Oh my gosh, yes. Hopefully, if it doesn't come up, I'll put a note at the end.
Let's talk
about algorithms and how much I hate.
Okay. Okay, go on. Congratulations, by the way. That's cool that they asked you to do that.
Oh, thank you. I have so much other stuff going on that like it's like a big thing, but I'm so busy that I'm like not even thinking about it. I'm like, oh shoot, I have to do 8 episodes. Okay, next question. How much time is it to scripting, filming, and editing your videos?
From 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So how many hours? Pretty much nonstop. Like I do eat, but I usually eat like unhealthy food and really quickly. So I never spend like more than 15 minutes eating unless it's like a birthday dinner or something. So yeah, I would say the answer to that is what is that? 12, 13, 14, 16 hours a day.
And like, this is me asking as a follow-up. So like, how do you keep Deanna happy, and how do you have friendships and like have a feeling of fulfillment outside of videos?
So I sleep 4 hours a night. So I told you that I work from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So usually I'll have like 2 or 3 more hours after that, or during the day, random times, just to I talk to my family. I text them, I call them. Me and Deanna are mostly together, but I'm also traveling on my own sometimes, so she's not always with me. But yeah, it's something I struggle with, work-life balance. Like it's hard to balance a girlfriend and friendships and everything and with the videos. But once I visit every country, which is going to be in May 2020, I'm going to have a new plan. Like I'm still going to do videos, but I got to do them less often or something. Longer form, because I'm completely burned out. It's funny that I'm telling you this because you like know everything.
We already did it. I'm like, I know exactly.
Yeah.
Been down that road before.
Yeah. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm so old now. Are you 30 yet?
No, I'm 28.
Oh, God, I'm so old. I'm the oldest person, except Aegon. Aegon's older. Okay. Okay, how long did it take you before you started seeing momentum in number of viewers and followers?
It was kind of right away. My first video was what can $10 get you in Vietnam, and that video had like 500,000 views. And then I kept doing $10 series. My first 10 videos were what can $10 get you in Bangladesh, Nepal, New York City, wherever. And then it wasn't like I struggled with getting view count and getting engagement. And then when I went to North Korea, which was like in the beginning, that video had 10 million views, and then I was like, okay, I'm done.
On Facebook or YouTube?
I didn't post on YouTube until like a year and a half ago. So the first year was only Facebook. I never had YouTube. Yeah, first year.
So here's a question. So you started originally as a travel blogger.
You're correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I knew you. I knew you from travel blogging. You originally had The Hungry Partier.
Back in the OG days. Yeah.
In the OG days. And then you switched to Drew Binsky?
Yeah.
From that directly. Yeah. Okay. So did you have a Facebook following from that old thing? So explain to me this. If you make a Facebook page that has 0 followers, and then you post your first video and your first video does well, that doesn't make sense.
I had a Facebook page for Hungry Partier, which had 1,500 followers, and I would post a blog post and it would get 8 likes. So I did have a page and I did have 1,000 followers, so it wasn't like completely brand new. And I rebranded it to Drew Binsky because that's my name, and I think that's a much better brand, because when I would pitch to people as a hungry partier, they were like, I don't want to work with you for obvious reasons. Yeah. So, and I used to party a lot, but I haven't drank a beer in like 6 months, so things change. So yeah, I guess what I did was I just shared my video in groups about Vietnam. That's like a good strategy. And then one of the groups is called Expats of Vietnam shared it, and that has like 300,000 people or something. And then it was like, boom, I got a bunch of followers from that. Yeah.
Okay, see, I thought it was against group rules to share your own content, but I guess some don't.
Early 2017, that wasn't the case.
Is it now or not now?
I haven't done any sharing of groups, so I don't know if
I
it's not.
wonder. Yeah, because I always like when I was starting, I was like, oh, maybe I should post in groups, but then I always would see like, oh, you cannot self-promote, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. So sharing in groups and having a small initial following helps.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, side note, many side notes coming. Vietnam is like huge for content.
Yeah. It's great.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, it's okay.
So we're gonna do like a show in Vietnam.
Like your show thing or one
yeah. It's like, but someone else is doing it, I think.
I'm so confused with all of your things happening. Shows.
I'm
things.
Confused.
Like I don't even get it, but it sounds cool.
I don't get it either. Nobody knows what's happening. We just like do it and hope it works.
Have you been like pivoting? Okay, anyways, go on.
Oh yeah, pivoting. Pivoting is important. I'm gonna pivot soon. How did you grow your following? Did you have any specific strategies? So in this question, I think it would be interesting to start from the very beginning because you have had like you said, a huge pivot. You switched literally.
Yeah. Blogging. I started my blog when I was teaching English in Korea for 2 years. I worked on it a lot for 2 years and I made $0. But I had like, let's say, I don't know the numbers, but let's say I had like 10,000 Instagram followers, 1,000 Facebook followers, 10,000 Twitter followers, like after 2 years of blogging. Blogging is hard and blogging is also like extinct now, basically. And then, yeah, I just pivoted to video because I just found my passion, I guess. And it was just a lot more fun for me to tell a story through a 2-minute video than through a 4-hour blog post where I'm just like da 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 and like doesn't even make sense. So, but making videos is not for everyone. It takes a certain kind of person to be in front of a camera all the time, and I tell that to a lot of people. It's not like a lot of people are shy. A lot of people stumble like, and of course you get better and better as time goes, but not everyone is built for a screen to be on camera, and that's also kind of important. So if you're really introverted and stuff, then maybe blogging is a route you want to take. But
yeah, and we have 2 bloggers coming to speak at the event.
I know. I just said blogging is extinct, and I know that people are going to give me some dirty looks for that. But in my mind, blogging has really phased out. And
I mean, yeah, it's kind of true to a degree.
Not dead.
Compared to before.
Like in 2013 when I started my blog, it was like blogging was the video making of today. And then, slowly but surely, like I started making videos. I didn't do daily videos until maybe a year and a half ago. I started to do daily videos. But before that, it was just like once a week, just making cool content. And then it just like, I don't know. You get kind of in a flow, in a rhythm, and you just like love to do it and go find the next story, million views. And it gets kind of addicting it's rewarding to come up with a story. And then you shoot it and you edit it yourself and then you share it and it gets spread around the world and it's just like an awesome feeling. So yeah.
So you said you worked for 2 years and you didn't succeed, but then you did. So this is something I'm interested in as someone who people ask for advice a lot of the times. So a lot of people in their inception stories, they talk about, I worked really hard for a long time and nothing happened. And then I succeeded. So what's the difference between the people who work for 2 years and then succeed or the people who work for 2 years and then never succeed?
That's a question that I don't really know the answer. Like I'm like a workaholic, so I never half-assed anything. Like if I set my mind to it, like with blogging, I wrote like 600 articles in 2 years, which is like 1 article a day. And a lot of people, like 90% of bloggers or video makers will start and then they'll just like won't. They'll just lose the passion, or they'll just say, I don't really want to do it anymore. And of course, those people are not going to make it out on top in the end. So for me, it's all about just working hard. I personally believe that like if you really put your everything into it, your heart, then eventually in the end, whether it takes 1 year, whether it takes 7 years, if you keep going, it will come around. And I've seen that happen with pretty much everybody in this field. So the ones who are willing to put in the work up front and continuously are usually the ones that come out on top, in my opinion.
Yeah. What's the hardest thing about creating videos or being a content creator that people don't usually know?
So I think my case is a bit different because I'm going to every country in the world. So it's really fun to make videos in Paris and in, Singapore and in Arizona. But once you get to like Chad and I
saw your Chad video.
Yeah. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be and I'm just telling you guys in case you're interested. I'm flying into Eritrea, which is a country next to Somalia. Then I'm going to Sudan, South Sudan. It's illegal to take any cameras into South Sudan. So that's going to be fun. I have my drone with me. Then I'm going to be in both Congos. I'm going to be in I'm driving from Nigeria to Senegal. So like in these countries, it's like so difficult. Wi-Fi. Usually I'll get a SIM card and hotspot my phone, but that's usually not good enough. So I'll have to go into like the only 5-star hotel in the city and then just beg them for the Wi-Fi password. And then when I do find a Wi-Fi signal, I usually end up uploading like 3 or 4 videos because it's not going to be daily videos in Africa. It's impossible the way I travel. So I usually will I'm still making them daily, but I'm not posting them daily. And when I find a good Wi-Fi signal, I'm like, boom, schedule them out. And then, yeah, so just traveling through Africa is like, I mean, I don't really know where to start. Nothing is easy. So, public transport. Yeah. Like, it's just like, I'm trying to figure out words here.
Yeah.
Okay, so filming, the actual act of filming is so hard to do it by myself. Because I physically stand out so much. I already draw attention not having a camera, and then when I have a camera, it's harder. So I always have locals with me, and even with locals, it's difficult. So then of course missing flights and all, like getting sick and all those little things with traveling adds up. And some days you're just like, fuck, this sucks. I don't really want to make a video. But yeah, so all the little things that behind the camera that I never really talk about make it challenging, but it's all part of the experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Africa, I mean, is hard. And Senegal is one of I think the better places in Africa.
Yeah.
And it was so hard for us.
Yeah.
They were trying to charge us everywhere for filming and a lot, and there was no real stuff anywhere.
Yeah. I just got out of Yemen, and I don't know how I got out alive, but I ended up getting 10 videos out of it, so it was cool.
That's a lot. Yeah. Ooh, 10, Jesus. Okay, what's the best thing about being a content creator?
I said this earlier, but it's very rewarding when you come up with something yourself in your brain and you put all the work into it and it gets 10 million views, for example, and you get a lot of positive feedback and people write you that say, wow, you changed my perspectives, I'm going to go here because of you and I'm doing this because of you. That stuff is really, hits home. So that's the best part, like the feedback I get.
What's the top 3 advice you would give to someone looking to start creating content?
Just go. So I wear that on my shirt. So the hardest part about doing this is to start. Of course, you're going to think, man, that'd be so cool if I could make the videos. And yeah. And you're thinking that, and then 2 years goes by and nothing happens. So just pick up a computer and open up iMovie because that's the easiest software and it's free on your MacBook, and just make a video. You can make a perfectly good movie you can make a perfectly good video on iMovie. There's no problem with it. The way I edit and the way a lot of people edit, it's like cookie cutter. It's not like we're doing these crazy transitions where like making things disappear and stuff. You don't need advanced stuff for that. You can shoot on an iPhone. So yeah, starting is everything, and then staying consistent, posting, set a goal 3 times a week, 4 times a week, every day, and then just be yourself. So that's my best advice.
Okay, advice for coming up with unique content.
There's no one answer to that. So usually, like, before I enter a country, I'll just Google crazy things about Eritrea, bizarre things about Eritrea, unusual things about Eritrea, but that doesn't get me very far. It usually gets me to the website where it's like 10 facts for kids about Eritrea. Eritrea is a country in Africa. The population of Eritrea is this. So it's hard to like dig on the next level. And that's why I said usually my videos come when I meet people in the country and I'm like, hey, do you know anyone who is a very inspiring person, very talented person, someone who I like to find, like, sometimes when I go find street food vendors and I find their story of they've been cooking a dish for like 50 years and they're those stories you can never find that online. Or another trick that I find is I go on GuinnessWorldRecords.com and I find world record holders for each place I'm going. Have you done that before?
No, that's a good idea.
You should do that. So in Singapore,
do that.
Look up all the Guinness World Record holders and then you'll be like, oh, this guy can like shove a needle down his mouth. You're like, whoa, yeah.
Whoa, I need to do that.
That's a secret of the pros right there.
Yeah, I always tell people to use Atlas Obscura. You know Atlas Obscura? It's this website where they list all the weird things about different countries.
Oh, I'm writing this down. So
yeah.
Okay. Atlas Obscura?
Yeah, that's my secret. Now that everybody knows, ladies,
Well,
don't tell anyone.
we just shared our secrets.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of my people stories come from the Guinness World Records, so okay.
I've noticed you do. I did notice you have a lot of Guinness World Records.
Yeah, I just met the world's shortest man in the Philippines. I just
yeah,
so I found him through that.
So
Yeah.
random.
And then yeah, that's cool. Not the tallest one. We gotta like somehow combine those.
Do like a cross post of tallest and shortest.
That's pretty cool. Like I gotta be honest, it's cool.
Yeah, but the thing is, what would work is it's the tallest man and the tallest and the shortest man, because the shortest person is a woman.
Okay, so it has to be men.
Yeah, the tallest and shortest man.
Or I'll find that woman and then we can do tallest
exactly
and shortest human. Okay, cool.
Exactly. Done. Okay. Next question. Sorry, I left the window. This is from Alba. Alba says, "Hi Alba. I follow you. I've been following you for a long time on Instagram. What is the way you earn money from social media? I haven't seen any promotion in your videos." Oh, the money question.
Money question. Yeah. So yeah, it was blogging made me I got a lot of bartering, so free hotels, free whatever, airplane tickets, free t-shirts, but that doesn't get you very far. So starting off with video making, I wasn't making a penny because Facebook Watch wasn't out yet. I wasn't doing many sponsored things. And the reason I don't do sponsored things even to this day is because I just want to stay true to myself, and I don't want to be that guy that's like, hey, go buy this product. And I think it just kind of devalues yourself. And I think you can do it to an extent. Of course, we're making a living from this, but I see a lot of people, and it drives me crazy, that are like, hey, this is the best travel phone. You have to use this phone or whatever. Even, the phone's a bad example. There's even like worse. It's like, oh, these socks are amazing. They make my feet so comfortable. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And like I said, if you want to do that, if it's fine, but that's like the low hanging fruit, right? So I've noticed that because I've held back on all that for until this time, now I'm getting the high hanging fruit where I'll get a couple sponsors that I can make a full living off just those 2 or 3 sponsors. And then, and I do it so naturally that like you guys don't even notice. Like I just, Hurtigruten is a cruise company. I went to Antarctica with them. We just went to Greenland with them, and I do like a year contract with them. And they, that's enough for me to travel for a whole year, how much I make with them. And I just naturally, show my experience with them. And I never push you like, go on this cruise, do this, like that. And also another trick is like, I make content for some brands that nobody even knows because it's not.
Can you give us an example of a brand deal you've done, what your deliverables were, how much you made, how much your expenses were? Just one.
And I can charge $20K per video, depends on the brand. I usually like to judge what I think their budget is. I'm not gonna throw, if it's a huge company, then like if it's an airline, I could just throw 50 grand at them and just see what they say. Mm-hmm. But if it's not an airline, or if it's someone with a smaller budget that I know, then it's not even worth going. Like you just gotta I can't talk. You kind of gotta judge what you think their budget is. But in the 15 to 20K range would be, what I do for like a video. But once again, so 95%.
And that's on your channel or on their channels only? That
would be on mine. But I should say 95% of my income, 95% of my income is through ads on Facebook and YouTube. Both of them it's like 2 different revenue streams, and they both are like sometimes one's more, sometimes one's less. So that's why I don't have the need to do sponsored stuff. But I understand some people watching this, they might like at the beginning, you can do sponsored stuff. I'm not saying don't do it.
That's very interesting to me because so I'm very open with my money stuff, and I'm going to be really open at this retreat. Me and Nas are very open, you know that. He literally makes videos what he makes. So for me, ad money on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Facebook used to be an okay way of making money. Like, because I only make weekly videos. I don't make daily.
Like 10 grand a month, or
20? Yeah. I could no. To me, I have a lower expectation. Yeah, some months I make 10 grand or 15 grand, but for me, I only make 4 videos a month. Yeah. So for me, I would my goal was around 2,500 per video, which is it's 10 grand. Yeah, but like some I wouldn't hit 25, or some would hit 10K for one video. Yeah. So it was very fluctuating, but it was still at least like 5K a month. You know what I mean? Now the algorithm is totally different.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
The ad stream.
I don't know how Nas stays on top when everyone else is struggling. I don't understand that.
He's like a freaking machine. Like he's a machine, and he's always looking at the numbers and what performs well, and like I don't do that. So like it's not
before he makes a video, he like the topic. You mean he'll like know which topic to do? Is that what you're saying? What
No,
do you
it's
mean?
more like he looks at all of his numbers, so he can like tell you off the top of his head like, oh, the drop off rate for average video is 19 seconds, and on better videos it's 40 seconds, and on videos in these countries it's 30 seconds. He's like a
Wow.
data scientist. You know what I mean? So I don't do that, which is why I'm just not willing to make that effort.
Yeah, I've actually haven't. I never look at my analytics ever, so
Yeah.
I don't even know who's what.
Always
Yeah.
looks at analytics, and he knows everything, and he knows the drop off rates. He'll look at like a video, he'll look at the little chart and look when there's less views at like 42 seconds. So he'll go to the video.
Yeah, but
what's it?
that doesn't help know how he still like every video gets 10 to 20 million views. That doesn't.
Of course it does, because he looks at what people want to see or not. So when you look at what causes people to drop off on 1,000 videos, you have 1,000 video pool of what causes drop off. Because on Facebook, the way Facebook rewards videos is watch time.
Yeah.
So the higher your watch time, the higher your distribution.
Crazy.
And yeah, super crazy. It's really crazy. Okay. Next question, is YouTube, you're also from Alba, is YouTube your main way of making money? Is it enough to support your lifestyle?
Good question. So YouTube and Facebook fluctuate. So like one of them, yes, I could make a living off one, but like YouTube has steadily grown. So I'm about to hit 1 million subscribers maybe next month or the month after, but it's really consistent. If you look at a graph, which I never look at graphs, me and Alyne were just talking about looking at your analytics, which I never look at. But if I were to look at them, it would be in a perfectly straight line going up. Whereas Facebook would be like this, woo, and then way down, and then woo. That's how Facebook goes. So yeah, YouTube, I think it's more of a platform for creators. It's completely a video platform. There's nothing else on YouTube besides videos. And I think YouTube cares about their creators more than Facebook.
Yes.
Frankly, I'm not a fan of Facebook at all. I can never get in touch with them. I don't have an in with them. It's like random people will message me from Facebook, hi, we want to help you, and then they go away. And I don't like how they never reach out to me. They never ask me to do things. And maybe you guys are in a different position, which is awesome. But like YouTube, they constantly email me, hey, like we'd love to, call you and help you with this. And here's how you did this month. And here's a breakdown. And that like they're really.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, YouTube's great for that. They send you plaques if you get like 100,000 or 1 million or 10 million followers. Even if a video hits 5 million views on Facebook, they'll send you like a big thing in the mail, which is awesome. Just on like YouTube, you mean? Yeah, on YouTube. Sorry,
they don't send me anything in the mail.
I know Facebook's really it's too cluttered, and even though it kind of evolved into a video platform, it's still not. It's still more of a news platform. Whereas YouTube, I think, is basically TV. So it's all video. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you personal questions. I'm interjecting into Alba's questions.
Go.
Okay, so I'm going to start uploading to YouTube.
Please, you should.
Because I feel like I'm also starting to upload. I've been uploading to Instagram obviously forever, but now I'm switching more of my videos there because I have more time now because we're not doing the 1,000 days. My question, can you give advice on like on Facebook? I know what to do. Like I know how to post videos. I know what angle to take. Do you do anything different with YouTube, or do you literally just upload them and leave them?
Because I do videos every day, I literally just upload the exact same video on Facebook, YouTube. I've never uploaded a different video on one platform. I've never like cut a video or added to a video. It's like make one video every day and then post Facebook and YouTube.
So it's the consistency.
Yeah, but like if you're not doing daily videos, like when I'm not doing daily videos, they have different audiences and different things will do better on each. So if I was smarter about it, I would make longer videos for YouTube and talk about like, different things. And Facebook's more just like get the viral content out,
Exactly.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. But I highly recommend you to post on YouTube. Like highly, because I mean, you can not only just financially, but you can also like a lot of people who are on YouTube aren't on Facebook, and so reaching more people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, YouTube is just like so much work to have another thing to do,
I mean, you're already doing it on Facebook, so just post it on YouTube. Like,
can you give me an example of what you would make on a normal average month on YouTube? Not a high month and not a shitty month.
10 grand.
Okay. And that's from daily uploads though. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's worth for me because if I'm only doing 4 videos a month, so you divide 10 grand, 30 days,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It'll be like $1,000
Yeah, you might be right.
effort.
But like, it's not worth the effort right away. But what about in 3 years if we talk again? You know?
I know, I should. I'm gonna someday. Once I hire a really good assistant, I'm gonna do it and they're gonna do it for me. I think another thing with YouTube is I know YouTube really values length and consistency.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting to see if I end up doing longer form content, and then I'll kind of start. I'd rather start with a flow instead of just like throwing random stuff on there.
Right.
Okay, next question, also Alba. I imagine you would start this by passion. Has it become something that weighs down on you? Do you sometimes feel that you need to stop?
Absolutely not. I'm still just as passionate as I've ever been, and I'm still going to every country, and I'm going to keep making videos about it. And I love inspiring all you guys to travel. So the passion has not even gone down a millimeter. It's actually gone up. Yeah.
Great. Are you thinking to invest the money you've earned in another type of business?
I'm doing a documentary on the last 5 countries. It's literally called The Last 5, and I teamed up with a production company in LA. It's like a huge 300K budget thing. We have an in with several Netflix, Hulus, whatever. So that's kind of my stepping stone to the next level of getting a TV show, I guess, or something. So yeah, I'm investing a lot of so 300K is the budget for that documentary. I'm investing like a third of that my own, and then we're raising a third of it. Yeah. So yes, I'm investing in myself for the next level.
You're investing 100K of your own money.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much. Crazy. I'm such a scaredy cat with spending my money. Okay. All right. Do you control your own social media accounts or do you have employees?
I do everything myself.
Do you promote any of your videos?
I have maybe done 10 in my life. 5 of them because a company I worked with asked me to promote it. 5 of them because I was just testing the waters, and I feel like it's a massive waste of money.
Yeah. I think the only time, I'll just interject my own thoughts. The only time I think it's a good idea to promote is like when you're just starting out. Sometimes it's okay to promote in a certain area.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
Just to get the initial reach.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Nayana, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I didn't meet you yet, so hopefully I'm saying it right. Has these questions. What are the biggest things you've learned about your life through your travels?
Massive questions. Learned about my life or learned about the world? Is the question about me?
It says he's learned about life.
Yeah, life, like the world.
General.
Yeah, so, the more I travel around the world, the more I've realized that no matter where you go, everyone's really the same, even if it doesn't, like rich or poor, young or old, it doesn't really matter. It's a matter of like human connection. And of course, the basic needs, like we all need food to eat, we all need shelter over our heads, we all need a bed to sleep in, we all need to make some kind of money to survive, we all need to love and be loved in return. These elements are, everywhere, and it's really cool to go into like a random village in Ethiopia, and then you just like, they're not even wearing clothes because they don't, that's just their tradition. And then you go there and then you meet them, and it's amazing. You're like smiling, everybody smiles in the same language. So everyone's like, how do you get around? I'm like, what do you mean how do I get around? You use like, if I'm hungry, like it's easy to show that you're hungry. It's funny that I get that question a lot. Like, I'm so scared to travel because I only know English. It's like, well, first of all, knowing English is great because you're lucky that you know English. But let's say you're Vietnamese and you only speak Vietnamese and you want to travel. You can still travel. I mean, there's a lot of, ways to express what you need. When you go to a restaurant, you look at a menu and you point. I mean, there doesn't have to be any conversations. So I can keep talking about that, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. I think you kind of answered it, but just quickly reiterate. What tips do you have for being consistent with filming and social media?
For being consistent, so I do, like on Instagram, I post twice every day. On Facebook and YouTube, I post once every day. And sometimes I'll share an old video on Facebook just to get more engagement, and it really works. I haven't done it lately, but just so like I'll post an original video every day, and then after 12 hours to break it up, I'll share an old video. And then timing is important. So most of my audience are American, so I usually post like 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I feel that that's the time when people are getting off work, checking their phone, or I'll post at like 8 a.m. But I think usually like 7 p.m. is better. Once again, I don't look at my analytics. But
yeah, you're like, I'm just guessing when people are
I should
awake.
probably ask Nas.
You have analytics. You can check your analytics.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, what is your favorite place to travel and why?
I really like Southeast Asia, so I'm living in Manila at the moment, but I've lived in Vietnam, I've lived in Thailand. I've been to every country in Southeast Asia at least 3 or 4 times. People are super nice. It's very cheap, except for Singapore. It's very, the nature is great. You can be in a jungle, you can be on a beach. The food's fantastic, and the people are happy. I mean, I feel very comfortable in Southeast Asia. Another region that I really like is the Middle East and Central Asia. So I love Iran. I love Pakistan. We'll talk about that.
Yes.
I love Afghanistan. Is an incredible country that no one ever talks about. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Sonia is asking, have you ever been to Serbia?
Serbia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make content there?
I've been 4 times, and all 4 times was before I made videos, unfortunately. So. Yeah.
Oh no! Say something nice about Serbia, because she's from Serbia.
I went to Exit Festival in Novi Sad, which is awesome. Belgrade's an amazing city. The nightlife, Club Plastic, raging on the. They have these like boat clubs, so like that goes up the Danube River, and you're just like partying on a boat. Good times, very beautiful people. Like, I think the most beautiful people in Europe come from Serbia and Ukraine. So yeah. She's probably beautiful. You're probably beautiful.
She is.
Perfect.
You are beautiful, Sonia. Okay. Now Heather. Okay.
Hi, Heather.
She says, I'm curious how you create a work-life balance while traveling and handling logistics. Like, do you have team or team members?
I have a team of 0 or 1, I guess would be me. So I think that's one of my.
But you had Michael.
I had Michael, but not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a long story. So yeah, I mean, and also when Michael was with me, he didn't edit anything. He just filmed because I tried to have him edit, and I couldn't get it down. So yeah, I know. So I think I could, and maybe I should have a bigger team, and I can afford it, but I'm about to go to Africa, and like everything is loose, and
it's also expensive to take someone to Africa.
It's expensive to take someone to Africa.
Ironically, yeah.
Yeah, and also like, yeah. So at the moment, I'm a one-man band, and I'm gonna probably stay that way until I finish all the countries in May of 2020.
Yeah. So, what is your what do you make per year on average? Is it like 10? Because if you make 10K a month on YouTube and 10K a month on Facebook, that's like a pretty good income.
Yeah, Facebook is between 10 and 30K a month probably. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's really cool. And then
so you're making like 300,000 a year.
This year should be around that, but it's really it's a lot, but like, and it's awesome. But like, it wasn't that last year. It was like half of that last year. And
but even half of that is really high. 150 is really high.
I know, but I think it's really high. But I also work like insane. Like I'm like a crazy work guy, and it's like the work-life balance is like work-life, which is not so healthy.
But it's different because like we're entrepreneurs, so like we're working insane, but for ourselves. So it's like you make 150K or 100K or 200, 300, whatever it is each year, and you're making it yourself. So it's different than like working like for a bank.
Yeah.
And making 150K because you're building your own brand.
You're right. You're right. But I think it's exponential, like the income. I mean, it's like, but yeah, it's great. I love it.
I think it is exponential because like when it rains, it pours, and you're just like, what is happening?
Like Jay Shetty said he made over $1 million like last year in Facebook ads. Did you see that?
Did you see the video with Nicole about Jay? You have to watch it. Nicole Arbor is a girl that makes Facebook videos. And I mean, she's not my style, but she did make a really good video that's like talking about essentially how a lot of Jay's content is
sorry, you cut out. You cut out.
Plagiarized.
Plagiarized? Oh, plagiarized. Okay.
Plagiarized. So like he'll take a quote that's like a famous like Tony Robbins quote, and he'll change 2 words, and then he'll write Jay Shetty underneath. And she had all these examples, and I actually had noticed it on my own before. I had noticed it, and I was like, am I crazy? Why is no one saying anything? You know what I mean? Like, because you think you're crazy if you're the only one who's like, this isn't his quote. But no one else is saying that, so maybe I'm wrong. And then I saw her video and it had all these, and you know how he's like, I mean, I'm friends with Jay. We talk all the time. I'm not bashing on Jay. This video is just very interesting. He does a lot of great content, but he talked about being a monk. But like when you look at the picture he always uses, it's actually just an orange hoodie. It's not and she's like so you shave your head and you wear an orange hoodie and now you're a monk. And I was like, wow, that's actually really funny. He's wearing like an American Apparel hoodie right now. That's so funny. Really, you should watch that video. I'll show it to you girls.
Yeah, show it to me.
It's worth seeing. Okay, I think there's only like one more question from them. Okay,
cool.
I'm always curious to see if travel bloggers travel with a professional photographer and how they manage to be in the moment and immerse in the experience while capturing enough of it to captivate the following.
So my camera is like always rolling, and I got really good at like before I enter a market, like I'll just know and I'll know where to point it. It's like it just comes with experience, right? Before I would miss a lot of moments, like shit, I just missed that. But now like with the GoPro 7 is amazing, so I'm getting a lot more stuff with that. So the question was about having a video guy too.
Yeah, like how do you live in the moment and enjoy the experience, or like how do you get shots of yourself? And
getting shots of myself when I don't have a video guy, I just find a random person and ask them. And usually I always have a local with me that I meet through Instagram. Yeah, it's hard to enjoy places when you're shooting. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to say that I enjoy them, but I don't enjoy them as much as I could. But that's okay with me. It's fine with me because I have amazing experiences, and then I'm working, and then I still, when I'm in places for longer, I can enjoy some days, or sometimes I'll go out for dinner without my phone or camera. I do that often, actually. Me and Deanna will go on dates without our phones.
That's what I require. When me and Nas would go during the 1,000 days, I said, please do not be on your phone for this.
Is your life less hectic or the same without the 1,000 days?
Oh, way less hectic. Insanely. Okay. I mean, we just went to Utah for like 6 days, and
I want to talk to you like 10 minutes after this.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, and then finding the work-life balance is hard, but it's, like I'm not one person to just go on a beach and enjoy. Like that's even just if I wasn't making videos, I just need to be like doing something. I guess you would call it ADD or something. I've never been diagnosed, but I think I am. So yeah, and then having a video guy helps to get all those shots, but I don't work with Michael anymore for many reasons. But his work was fantastic. The work, like getting the shots for me and figuring out different, but yeah.
I think the main message people need to get is that you don't need anyone but yourself to do a good job. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. They think there's secretly stuff happening that's making our videos good. And it's like, no, there's nothing.
A lot of people think that. They're like, what is happening behind the scenes? Or how is Facebook boosting your videos? I'm like, first of all, I don't even know anyone at Facebook.
Yeah. I don't know what that's not how it works. You can't just be like, hi, Facebook, please boost my video. Like, they're not going to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, if you put the work into it, it's going to come out. There's a quote, my favorite quote ever is, when preparation meets opportunity, that's when luck happens. That's the best quote ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I'm hoping all the girls get out of this retreat is how true that sentence is. And just literally, you need to have something that you're working on, like a body of work, so that when an opportunity comes, you have something to show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I just go, just do it.
Just do it, create something. And the simplest way, like if anyone wants to do a good job, is like repeat and improve. That's it. Do the same thing consistently and improve. There, you can go home now. No one needs to come to the retreat, Yeah. That's all. Okay, cool. I'm trying to think if I have any last questions. I think the main things are always like, it's important to understand money, like what is possible, what is not possible. I think we covered that from different platforms. The rate at which you can succeed, I think we covered the rate, the 2 years of nothing and then switching platforms from vlogging to video. I think that's it. Do you have anything you would want to add?
No, but I want to catch up with you more about random stuff. So
Great.
thank
All
you,
right,
girls.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Adios.
Bye
Chat
bye.
with you in real life. Okay, let me stop this somehow.
That was great. Thank you for that.